Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Welcome to the first post-festive pub football. Well, we're still between Christmas and New Year, so it's sort of Christmassy.
What day is it?
Friday. Friday. It's Friday. So, Wolves Man City hasn't kicked off yet. We'll watch that later on tonight. We'll add it to our next lot of reviews. But what we will do is do exactly what we did last time, where we quickly run through the games coming up over the weekend and review the Boxing Day fixtures as we do it. Sounds good?
Yep.
Quickly run through the Boxing Day fixtures. I'm Miles, this is Jimmy, by the way. Welcome to Pub Football. I will quickly run through the results. Kicking off Boxing Day, Tottenham beat Brighton at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 2-1, come from behind win. At 3 o'clock, Aston Villa beat Norwich 1-0. Bournemouth drew 1-1 at home to Arsenal. Chelsea losing at home again 2-0 against Southampton. Crystal Palace scraping it past West Ham 2-1. Superb Jordan Ayew goal to get the winner of that. Where's that come from? Everton beating Burnley 1-0 in Carlo Ancelotti's first game in charge. Sheffield United being held at Bramall Lane 1-1 by Watford. And in the late kickoffs, Man United coming from behind to obliterate Newcastle 4-1. And then Liverpool sweeping aside Leicester at the King Power 4-0. Going on to tomorrow's fixtures. Tomorrow, Brighton are hosting Bournemouth. In the early kick-off, then Newcastle will host Everton at 3. Southampton Crystal Palace 3 o'clock. Watford Aston Villa 3 o'clock at Vicarage Road. At 5:30, Norwich hosting Tottenham at Carrow Road. I was going to say Canary Park. At Carrow Road. West Ham hosting Leicester at the London Stadium. Before Burnley Man United is the evening game at 7:45 at Turf Moor. On Sunday, Arsenal, you're going to this.
I'm
Chelsea
going, yes. 4.
At the Emirates, 4:30 Liverpool Wolves, and at 6 Manchester City against Sheffield United on Sunday. So you've got Friday, Sunday games. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, starting with the 12:30 kickoff, Brighton, Bournemouth. Brighton very unlucky against Tottenham. To be completely honest, they were the better team.
Yeah, it seems to happen quite a lot at the Spurs Stadium, doesn't it? You seem to play really poorly and still win. Yeah, fair play to them.
Against Chelsea.
Well, yeah, exactly. No, they played really well, Brighton, actually. Great header from Webster.
Very good header.
And yeah, they were just a little bit unlucky.
No way, they played well. They knocked the ball around. They had chances.
Yeah.
It was very unfortunate not to win, but great goal from Dele Alli. But we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Big game, this one as well.
Yeah,
both teams need to win.
Well, I don't think they do. I think both teams are relatively comfortable.
I think it could
You'd say
change.
You'd say it's more of a must-win for Brighton because it's at the Amex.
Yeah, and also I look at it for both teams. I think Bournemouth desperately need to win a game again. I know they got a draw against Arsenal yesterday. But looking at the highlights and watching it, they didn't really deserve it.
Of course, you'd say that as an Arsenal fan.
No, to be fair, we created lots of chances. They had one and took it. But yeah, it's a 6-pointer, isn't it?
It's not a relegation 6-pointer. This is a lower mid-table clash.
It's not though. I think if either one of these teams loses, they are going to be dragged right into it.
You think?
I think I could see either of those teams going down.
Wow.
I could. Yeah,
wow.
I could.
I couldn't see Brighton go down at all. The way they've been playing this season, there's no way I could see them going down.
I really could. I think I could get dragged straight into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Potter's not going to be able to keep them up?
Well, I think either side, even Eddie Howe, I think he's taken Bournemouth as far as he can. And it only takes sort of 3-4 results to go the wrong way, and you suddenly go, ooh.
All right.
So, see?
Moving swiftly on, Newcastle, Everton. Newcastle, it started so well. Matty Longstaff scoring against Man United again, but then they just swept aside. Greenwood scoring. I think Rashford got...
Didn't play that poorly though. So
no.
It was a bit of a harsh result.
It's away though at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Is a big test for Everton and Ancelotti. They scraped past Burnley 1-0.
Didn't play particularly well either.
No, and this is a big test because Newcastle at home at St James's Park this season. Newcastle have played well everywhere, to be fair.
Yeah.
And this is a game they could easily slip up in.
Yeah, definitely. As you say, Ancelotti's not really had enough time to implement what he's looking to do moving forward as yet.
Hard to come in the Christmas
Yeah,
period.
exactly, isn't it? You just got to kind of hope you pick up sort of 3-4 results and then go from there. But yeah, I agree with you. I've got a feeling it's going to be a sort of slight 1-0 home win.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do a score prediction for Brighton Bournemouth.
Draw.
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-0, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you can go 1-0 home win, Newcastle Everton.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will just scrape it.
I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I'm just not sure Ancelotti's had enough time to work with the Everton players yet.
No.
Because they've had a game a day and another game. There's no recovery. There's no real time to properly get in there. Southampton Crystal Palace, two teams that got good wins on Boxing Day. Southampton beating Chelsea 2-0. Danny Ings didn't even start.
No, you can't play 2 games in a week, can he? So, Obafemi scored a great goal. Absolutely wonderful finish. And they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Southampton are looking like a good team.
Yeah, you keep saying they're going to get relegated.
Did you hear the Christmas song that he got serenaded to him by the CEO?
No.
This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to Hassan Hüttl. It's great.
Terrible. But yeah, he's properly turned that around, Hassan Hüttl, because about 3-4 weeks ago he's in line to get sacked, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, they're looking good, and they might actually stay up.
Palace are definitely staying up.
Yeah, another irritatingly annoying result, wasn't it? And Jordan Ayew, it was Jordan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Decided to take past about 5 players and then dink the keeper, so fair play.
Yeah, Palace. There's not much we can say about Palace, really. They're just grinding out wins.
Yeah, great result.
They're staying in the top half of the table. Southampton, really, that was huge because that's taken them out of the relegation zone now.
So 2 away wins on the bounce.
2 away wins on the bounce, doing really well. The teams that are left in the relegation zone, and this is a 6-pointer, Watford, Aston Villa at Vicarage Road. Now, score prediction for Southampton and Crystal Palace first.
I would like to see Southampton nick it, but I think Palace will. 2-1 Palace.
I'm going to go 1-0 Palace. Actually, 1-1. No, I'm going to go... No, damn, I want to say 2-1. 1-0 Palace, but I wouldn't surprise me if Danny Ings scores because he'll play.
Yeah.
Watford, Aston Villa. This quite simply is a 6-pointer. Much better from Watford against Sheffield United, although Ben Foster kept them in the game with some superb saves.
He did indeed, but yeah, they are getting better by the week, which is great news.
But that save with his hip when he was coming across the goal was... Who was it? Was it from Fleck?
It was from Fleck.
I think it was from Fleck. Yeah. Moussa done really well to get down the line, got the ball across. But Foster, the speed he moved across the goal to get to that.
Yeah, agreed.
Unbelievable save.
Huge point. Take it into this one. Home against Villa, who again are just going the wrong way.
Stop Grealish, stop Villa.
Yeah, literally that at the moment, isn't it? He set up the goal, and apart from that, everyone else is pretty poor in a Villa shirt at the moment. So, yeah, agree.
How good is Jack Grealish?
He seems to kind of create something every time he gets on the ball at the moment, doesn't he? And he is getting better by the week, which is great news for England.
Oh, but the thing is, with Mason Mount playing the way he is, and James Maddison playing the way he is, and Dele Alli playing the way that he is, none of them in relegation battles, it's going to be very hard for him to break into that. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to. I actually happen to think that he's potentially the best of the 4. Yeah, it's him and Maddison for me that are the best.
And you've also got to think that Ross Barkley always plays well for England. You've got to think Southgate would stick with him as well. So it's a difficult one at the moment. But if he keeps doing what he's doing every week at the moment,
I think he'd be wise to move on in January.
You think he might go?
I don't think he will, but I think he should. I think Aston Villa are going to go down.
We'll definitely go in the summer, but if he thinks about it and goes, you know what, it would make sense to go to I don't know where he could go, Spurs.
Yeah, but if he goes in the summer, it's too late for the Euros. Yeah. I think if he stays at Villa, I think it'd be hard to see him unless there's injuries, it's hard to see him on the plane.
Yeah, we'll see. But apart from that, everyone else at Villa's been terrible.
Yeah, I think Villa are going to go down, and my score prediction is going to base that. I think it's going to be 2-0 Watford.
And to be fair, they were very, very fortunate against Norwich as well. Norwich had loads of chances. I agree. I think Watford are going to win 2-0.
2-0, both of us going 2-0. Norwich Spurs at Carrow Road. I like to think Tottenham will have enough from this game. I'm going to bring up one point. Have you seen the story about Tanguy Ndombele? He wasn't injured. He wasn't picked in the squad because he said to Mourinho that he didn't feel ready to play. Now, this is being sensationalised in the media. What I see it as was that he wasn't carrying a technical injury, but he's had so many muscle injuries that he maybe... I think he said he didn't feel in the condition to play. I think that maybe the amount of muscle injuries he's had this season, he's probably gone, you know what? I don't think I can play in this game. I need a little bit more time off. No,
you don't want to go into something and then get injured literally straight again.
Yeah, and it could have been physical fitness because it's not necessarily an injury, but if he's not feeling like he could last, he feels like he's going to, because he's looked relatively unfit when he's played as well, then I can see why he would do that. So I don't have a problem with that for now. Be interesting to see how that develops.
He's not really hit the ground running at Spurs yet, has he?
He's been our best midfielder when he's played. It's just been...
few far between, isn't it?
Got a lot of muscle injuries. Eric Lamela, on the other hand, came back from injury, said to Jose Mourinho, you're going to need me this weekend. Even if it's 10, 15 minutes, I might not be ready, but I'm going to play because we've got injuries and suspensions. And he sat on the bench I don't think he came on, but
Lo Celso played, didn't he?
Lo Celso played well as well. Eriksen played well. Could not believe it. What a goal, Dele Alli. The pass from Eriksen was the best pass he's done in 18 months. Finally. The little touch from Aurier was great, and the finish was just wonderful. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I'll give you
You
that.
hated it, didn't you?
No, it was a good finish. I really don't like Dele Alli, but it's quite nice to see him
I'm
playing
starting
well.
to really like him again.
Well, he's a bit of a prick.
I think he's better. I think he's a better version of Dele Alli than we saw in the first place. He's got a little
we'll
bit
see
more
what
mature.
happens. He'll highly likely get injured soon.
As for Norwich, I think they're going down.
They've been really unlucky in the last 2 games. They created so many chances. They just can't kind of get a break at the moment. But yeah, I agree with you. They're just not picking up enough points. And it'll be another one where they'll batter Spurs for the first half. And you'll win 3-1.
You think?
Yeah, I think Norwich at home, especially last game against Wolves, had an absolute blinder. And they did it again against Villa as well. And they're just not taking the chances.
Score?
3-1 Spurs.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. I think it'll be similar to Brighton. I think they might score first. And
Yeah,
might come
so
back.
do I. I think PP will score first.
Yeah. Well, when we got Harry Kane playing the way he is, like both finishes, no one was offside. Marginally, that VAR, cool. Shoot me now. But yeah, it was the Harry Kane looked good. He played very well.
Good.
West Ham, Leicester. West Ham, abysmal. Quite simply put, there's a lot wrong with West Ham at the moment, and it's starting to get to the point where I'm surprised that Manuel Pellegrini is still the manager.
He's on borrowed time at the moment, isn't he? And I can't see them beating Leicester. So that's another game closer to January. Well, the next game is New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I'd certainly think about changing it if they don't pick up anything.
Every other club that needed a change has had one, barring potentially Man United, but they're pottering along okay. West Ham haven't pulled the trigger, and like you said, January's coming up, and they need, you don't want to bring someone in without a transfer window.
No, exactly. The only bright spark is Mikel Antonio played really well again.
After his car crash, did you see the video?
Yeah, terrible, yeah.
Yeah, so he crashed through someone's front garden, refused to apologise, and there's a video of him climbing out the window dressed as a snowman. Superb.
And then he set up a goal. Brilliant. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I don't think he was drunk. I think he just went off the road because he was off to the team. He was off to the team hotel, so he was never going to have been. If he was drunk, he would have got in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, I just don't know what to make of West Ham at the moment. The defending for the IU goal was absolutely terrible.
The defending is terrible. They're poor at the back. They're pretty poor in midfield.
Yeah, they are.
Noble's past it. Rice isn't really performing.
No.
Wilshire's never fit.
No.
Still.
Fornals hasn't hit the ground running.
Anderson's just lost it.
Yeah.
He's just I don't know if he's lazy
The
or
only
what.
player doing anything is Mikel Antonio. That's it.
Yeah, Anderson's one of those players that I think if you chucked him in a Liverpool side, he'd look class.
Yeah, of course he would. Confidence, everyone's playing well, lots of the ball. But yeah, Leicester last night, I was a little bit disappointed by Leicester. I thought they were really poor.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep the ball. I thought Maddison was terrible, got called off after about 60 minutes. And yeah, just didn't do anything. And to be fair, we will come on to them, but Liverpool great.
What did you make of Kasper Schmeichel having a bit of a moan in the post-match interview? So he said they were in the game.
I don't think they were ever in the game.
Until Oliver had what he called his hero moment, looking to give the penalty on Söyüncü. But Söyüncü controlled it with his arm and he moved his arm towards it.
Yeah, it was
a penalty. Yeah. Completely agree it was a penalty.
Yeah, Liverpool just went up the gears. But Leicester just kept trying to play it from the back. It wasn't working. Then tried to send it long, wasn't working. Just couldn't get anything going, and they didn't deserve anything, and they got absolutely stuffed.
And that's why they went and win the league.
And they keep doing this in the big games. They've lost to Liverpool. They lost to someone recently.
Man City and Liverpool back to back.
Yeah, and they obviously they beat Spurs and Arsenal, but we're both terrible.
However, they're going to beat West Ham.
Yeah, they should beat West Ham. Away from home.
I think it'll be 3-0.
2-0.
2-0. Okay, Burnley, Man United. Burnley losing away at Everton. Very Burnley result that.
Didn't do a lot wrong. Bit unlucky.
Just a Burnley performance, Burnley result. What can you say much more about that? As for Man United, 4-1 win against Newcastle. That'll get the confidence running. Greenwood starting, Greenwood scoring again. He looks to me like he should be starting every game with Rashford and Martial as a front three now.
Yeah, Daniel James has gone out of the team, and the front three are looking very, very potent at the moment. They're looking miles better, and Pogba's now in the frame as well, isn't he? So
Daniel James is still young. He's still got time.
of course he will. Yeah, he's just played a lot of football.
He needs to work on his end product as well.
Yeah, agreed. That will come. But yeah, fair play to United. The problem is, I don't think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to come unstuck.
I thought this against Newcastle. But Burnley haven't been as tight at the back as they have in recent seasons.
No, I get that, but it'll be typical United. They're a lot like Chelsea at the moment. They've just got no consistency. And I wouldn't be surprised if they lost 1-0.
You think it's going to be 1-0 Burnley?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 2-1 Man United. I think that they're going to put a little run together here and get the hopes up, and then it'll all come crashing down again.
I hope so, because Solskjaer's terrible.
You said it.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Chelsea,
what a
Sunday.
game.
Arsenal 1-1 away at Bournemouth after going 1-0 down. Arteta's first game in charge. It's not really good enough still.
Well, there were lots of positives. I thought we actually played quite well. We had the most shots in an away game this entire season so far. Looked quite good in the transition, played quite nicely from the back, which made a change.
Interesting team selection. Socrates and David Luiz is not who Arsenal fans wanted to see starting.
No,
Arsenal fans,
Saka left back.
They had to. You have to play Saka left back. You've not got anyone else. Arsenal fans didn't. Well, can Chambers drop was interesting. Arsenal fans didn't particularly want to see Ozil.
I think Chambers was suspended.
I might have been. Yeah,
he would.
So you had Ozil. You had Aubameyang. And did Martinelli start?
No, it was. I think it was Aubameyang. I think Lacazette was up top,
and Ozil, and then someone else.
Reece Nelson started.
That's right. Good. Yeah, but Ozil was an interesting call.
He actually played very well. I'll give him his due. It's just the final pass wasn't great, but he got in some really good positions.
And Torreira played as a proper holding midfielder for what seems to be the first time in his Arsenal career. Yeah. He played in his position.
Yeah, there were positives. I agree. It's a bit disappointing it was only a point, but it was a good start. We looked a lot more organised.
How did Aubameyang play?
Yeah, he scored. Played quite well. Actually got involved in the play, which makes a difference. Even Lacazette played quite well.
I think Lacazette's a better all-round centre-forward than
So do I. Aubameyang's one of those who comes in and out of a game, isn't he? But yeah, there are positives. It's quite nice to see a lot of the young kids giving it a go. It's nice to see that Xhaka's on his way out. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to
Hertha Berlin.
Hertha Berlin in Germany. Going back to
Germany.
Germany.
We'll get someone very, very decent to come in there. And
I don't think you will.
We'll get someone who is decent, but it depends where they're going to come from. I think we will. I think he has a plan.
You think he has a plan?
Of course he does. He wouldn't have taken that job if he didn't think. Or
Phil Foden on loan?
I'd take him. Yeah,
I don't think you'll get him.
But yeah, we need someone with leadership, decent on the ball, can just guide that midfield.
You'll end up with Mark Noble.
I would take Fernandinho, but we're not going to get him.
We won't get him. Chelsea, bad loss at home. After playing so well against Tottenham, kept the same system, changed a couple of players. He put Hudson-Odoi out on the wing. Not really taking his chance this season, and is a real risk. That's a player that Grealish could potentially replace in the England squad, and he could be used more as a wide man, which Grealish has done for Aston Villa this season, because Hudson-Odoi, quite simply put, hasn't been good enough.
No, I agree. Every time he's come in, he's not made any form of difference to a game, has he? And as you say, we're so packed out on decent players going forward in the England squad. He needs to start up in his game.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if he starts against Arsenal. I think he was just put in there because we're trying to rotate slightly.
Yeah, Mason Mount will be back in. You would expect they'll see this is the big game,
and they're better away from home. I think Chelsea.
They are at the moment. Correct. They are much better away from home. You wouldn't expect Emerson to start again at left back. It would probably be Alonso again. He'll probably start pretty much the team that played against Spurs.
Alonso's got an irritating good record against Arsenal. He always seems to score or do something.
It's because he's not used as a left back. He's used as a wing back where he's out of the way.
Massive as well.
Yeah. He's quite good.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting game because I'm not quite sure what the hell's going to happen. I hope Arsenal turn up and give it a right good go, but it could go the complete opposite.
I think Chelsea are going to win 2-1.
I think Arsenal are going to win 2-1, and it might kickstart a really good run. We'll see.
Could do, yeah. And and if you win 2-1, top four's not out of the question.
And we've got United next at home after that, so no pressure.
United aren't the top four challenger.
No.
Liverpool Wolves at 4:30. Liverpool, wow. You keep saying they're going to lose. I keep saying they're going to come good. But what I've realised is they pretty much match the level of the team they're playing, but just a bit better. And they did that with Leicester. They thought Leicester are quite good. We'll have to play well. 1-4-0. Quite frankly, Trent Alexander-Arnold could be maybe the first fullback. Is there's a fullback ever won? Oh, Cafu might have won it. I was going to say one of the first fullbacks to win the Ballon d'Or in a few years. He looks like he could become that good.
Oh, definitely. He ran the game from right back, which is an incredible thing to say. And yeah, annoyingly, they did what they had to do. They will lose a game this year. I'm going to say this now. They will lose a game.
They're playing.
I agree. They really came out yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched the entire game. They just closed the ball down, won it back early. I thought they're brilliant.
How good is Trent? Brilliant. How good is Trent?
Yeah, the ball in for the first goal was absolutely sensational.
Perfect. Then the one for the penalty one. Then the ball for the was it Firmino's second goal?
Yeah,
was
and they
just
scored an absolute
divine
as well.
Yeah, and the finish was just so easy, and the celebration just oozed confidence. And he's a world beater. He is. Is he the best right back? Not even right now in the world. Is he the best right back the Premier League's ever seen?
That's a massively big call for.
Not defensively. Definitely not defensively.
I agree. He can't defend particularly well, but he's great going the other way.
But he does enough defensively. Do you think he's going to end up in midfield?
I can see it. He's good enough on the ball. And the way he his delivery's great. His
passes like
great.
Gerrard, doesn't he?
Yeah, his passing's great. Yeah, we'll see. But as you say, he's playing beautifully at the moment. And Robson, the other side's doing well. Just all round, they are playing. So even Cates is playing well. He's come out of the blue.
Could he be that midfielder that England need on the ball that can get between the lines?
What, Alex?
Oxlade-Chamberlain could be it, but
Trent
can Alexander-Arnold do it?
Not yet. I think it'd be a holding midfielder.
Okay.
In time, at the moment, there we are. You're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Just as we can say. As for Wolves, they're playing tonight, so we can't really talk too much about that. I expect this to be a tough game, but Liverpool is the one team that Wolves play against the top six that they seem to struggle against. Did last season, did earlier this? Have they played this season? I think they, or did they play in the cup?
They must have played a game because this is the second round of the game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Spurs haven't played Norwich yet. This is still the first round.
Have you not?
Watford got Aston Villa again by the end of January.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool, I think Liverpool are going to win. I think they're going to win comfortably. I actually think it's going to be 4-0 again.
I go 2-1. I think it's going to be a really close game. I think just the fixtures piling up, it's going to start to take its toll. And this is the fixture of the round of games where there's a lot of tired legs out there at the moment.
A lot of tired legs.
Yeah, it's just getting through it, and I think Liverpool will just scrape it.
Okay, Manchester City, Sheffield United again. We can't really talk about Manchester City because they're playing tonight, so there's nothing to review there. We know how good they are. Sheffield United draw at home against Watford. I think they'll be quite happy to be playing away from home. Remember, they are unbeaten away from home. Now, I can't see that lasting the whole season. I don't think you can see that lasting the whole season. And this is the game that it comes undone for me.
Yeah, I think, as you said, they've been brilliant away from home. I think it's just one too many. I think they might lose about 3-4-0.
Unlucky against Watford. They did have very good chances, but they came up against an inspired goalkeeping performance for Ben Foster. It was absolutely wonderful.
And if at the start of the year you gave Wilder this, by the start of January, he would have ripped your hand off.
Oh, almost guaranteed safety. They need another 10 points.
Yeah, 3 wins basically. Yeah.
They're staying up.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it comfortably. They're actually, I think, going to challenge for the top 6 all the way through the season. The way they're playing, they're going to be like Wolves were last year. They're going to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
They might be in Europe next year.
He's done a great job.
He's done a great job.
I just think it's a step too far, this one, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter.
And I don't think it's going to be comfortable for Man City.
No, agreed.
I don't think they're going to sweep them away.
No.
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
And when I say close, I'm going 3-1 City.
I'll go 3-0.
3-0.
I think the goal trick might score, you never know. But,
this will be the game, will it?
Yeah, score a penalty.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. Remember, we are looking for the topics that you want us to talk about. In the new year, we're going to start some specials, shorter videos, where we just cover one topic. It could be about your team, could be about football in general, could be about anything to do with football. Any club, any team, any league we could have a go at, can we? We prefer the Premier League.
Do you know anything about any other leagues?
Not really. No, we prefer the Premier League, but we will try, whatever you suggest, we'll try and do some videos on it. There's only one thing left to say. Happy New Year. No, we're back before the end of the new year. Scratch that last bit. Cheers.
Cheers.